Hey guys, Mike Owens here from the Bitter Birds. Sunday night football, Jerry's World, Eagles, Cowboys, Carson Wentz versus Dak Prescott. Cowboys dominant offensive line against the man-eating Philadelphia Eagles defensive line. Oh, the Eagles Cowboys rivalry is back in full force and I love it. And it's going to be here for many, many years to come, considering that Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz continue to play at the level that they are in their rookie years, by the way. So today I'm going to make this video because, well, I want to get everyone pumped up for the game, but I want to give you guys some optimism heading into this Eagles Cowboys game and give you some hope for why we can win this game. And really, what it comes down to is the second half, the most important half of every football game. And the reason the Eagles are 4-2 right now is mostly due to Carson Wentz and mostly due to the way that our defensive line is playing. But it also has to do with our coaching staff and the adjustments that they're making at halftime. And I don't know what the hell is going on at halftime, but Jim Schwartz, he must be slamming tables. He must be pounding on the wall. He must be throwing stuff around because the Eagles are coming out a totally different team in the second half this year, and it's really helping them win games. So I checked out the Eagles game book for their Sunday night game against the Cowboys here, and some of the stats in there were really eye opening. So I'm going to share them here with you real quick, and then we're just going to go through it and talk about it a little bit. So it says the Eagles are outscoring opponents 86 to 26 in the second half of games in 2016, including 60 to 6 in the third quarter. Overall, Philadelphia has outscored opponents 156 to 88 this season and currently leads the NFL in average point differential, plus 11.3. The Eagles' 68 point differential in 2016 is the team's largest through the first 6 games of the season since 2004, when they had a plus 77 point differential. Now, obviously, 2004 was a special season. We're hoping that 2016 is a special season for the Eagles. Wow, right? Those numbers are insane. I mean, and it shows you why the Eagles are at 4-2 and where they are at this point in this season. And most of us thought coming into the year that maybe we get 6 to 8 wins, but considering that we're already at 4 wins, I mean, everyone's expectations have kind of been raised a little bit. And now, if they can beat the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football, that would be another huge statement game from this young Eagles team going forward. So we're gonna go. I want to go back and look at the Eagles week by week this season and look at their play in the second half and really kind of summarize what they've done. So we go back and week one against the Browns. We all remember first half, kind of a little bit of a struggle. I mean, the Browns really hung around with us. We were leading 13-10 early in the second half. Eagles defense kind of comes alive. The crowd comes alive. And the Browns have that bad snap. Goes over RG3's head through the back of the end zone. Eagles get a safety. And all of a sudden, they're up 15-10. And then they really kind of take control from that point on. So, in that game, Eagles score the final 16 points of the game and come away with the victory in which they were supposed to have anyway against the bad Browns team. And in that game, Eagles end up hurting RG3 at the end of the game. And now, as you all know, RG3 is not playing because he is injured. He's still injured from that game. And they have serious, problems at quarterback again in Cleveland. So now we go to week two against the Bears, Monday Night Football, big stage for Carson Wentz. So what the Eagles do here in this Bears game, you know, they come out, firing the ball, really, really putting a lot of faith in Carson Wentz. They have him lined up in shotgun, no one in the backfield with him, and he's really just taking control of the game. Eagles kind of really dominating this game in the first half, but they only settled for 3 field goals. So close game at the half still. So in the second half, the Eagles really got to come out and take control of the game and pull away. And that's what they do, especially in the third quarter in this game. The Eagles explode for 13 points in the third quarter, and that really, creates too big of a margin for the Bears to come back from. And the Eagles go on, win the game pretty easily. And they end up hurting Jay Cutler in this game. So another quarterback that the Eagles injured in back-to-back weeks. So we're sitting at 2-0 here, and everyone in Philadelphia is just raving about the Eagles at this point. And we go into a big week 3 matchup against the Steelers, who are also unbeaten at the time. And we didn't really expect much from this game. We hoped that we could keep it close with the Steelers, but not many people really expected the Eagles to be able to pull out a victory in this game. Well, boy, did the Eagles pull out a victory. They really dominated this game against the Steelers. But what it came down to for the Eagles in this game was the second half again. But it was really the start of the third quarter for the Eagles where they separated themselves in this game. So you all remember there was the amazing play by Carson Wentz to start the third quarter where he eluded pressure. He scrambled to his right, and he just lofted a perfect pass on a wheel route to Darren Sproles. And Sproles did his thing, and he found the end zone for a 73-yard score. And really, that was the play that really put the nail in the coffin there for the Eagles against the Steelers. Eagles went on to add 2 more rushing touchdowns to cap a 21-0 third quarter. Just outstanding, right? And that kind of pads those stats for the Eagles and their point differential in the third quarter of this season. They really dominated that third quarter. And I mean, by far, that was their most dominant third quarter so far of the entire season. So now we go to week 5 against the Lions. Talk about this briefly because we all know what happened. Eagles were down 21-10 at the half with a horrible first half. Don't even want to get into it. Second half, Wentz gets the Eagles going. They score 13 straight points. They take the lead. But as we all know, Ryan Matthews has that late fumble. Lions get a field goal. Then Wentz throws his first pick. Lions win that game. But key thing is there that the Eagles were able to come out with a strong second half and take the lead. Even though they only had it for a little bit, they were able to take the lead and they had a shot to win the game. Now we look at the next game against the Redskins, and well, this was a horrible game by the Eagles. They did not play well at all. This was definitely their worst all around performance for the year. Didn't look good. Even in the second half, Eagles didn't do much in this game. This was just really a poor performance all around. So, this was one of those games for a second half that was kind of an outlier for the Eagles. They really didn't play well. So then we go in to week 7 against the Vikings. Well, this game was insane to start. I mean, 5 straight turnovers to start the game. You very rarely ever see that. But the Eagles somehow managed to, jump out to an 11-3 lead going into the half thanks to Josh Huff's kickoff return for a touchdown. So the second half, Wentz really kind of struggled in the first half, but he rebounded in the second half and was able to make some athletic plays. And really the key was he was able to lead the Eagles on a scoring drive in the third quarter. and he ended up throwing a 5-yard touchdown pass to DGB to cap off that scoring drive. And that really kind of propelled the Eagles in this game. And it gave them enough separation. And the Eagles defense finished the job. 6 sacks on Sam Bradford. They made him fumble 4 times. Bradford lost 2 of them. Forced Bradford into some bad decisions, especially when McLeod picked them off in the end zone early in the game. So really, this was just not only a dominating performance by the Eagles, defense in the second half of this game, but it was a solid performance by the Eagles offense considering, that they were going up against the top defense in the NFL in this one. So I just wanted to, bring up those points real quick and show you how the Eagles are dominating in the second half this season. So I'm going to, stop the video there. You can tell me what you think in the comments, but as you can see, Eagles are dominating in the second half. Are they going to be able to keep it up in the second half this season? I sure hope so. Because if they do, they got a hell of a shot to win about any game the way they play in the second half. So amazing stats there. Go Birds. Let's beat the Cowboys. All right, guys. See you later.